You're very, very kind.
You're very, very pretty.
I think I need a moment. Hello, welcome everyone to United Way of Addison County's United in Harmony A Cappella competition, the first of its kind here in Middlebury. We're very excited. Don't worry, our judges, very kind. This is not The Voice, not X Factor. There's no Simon here. As a matter of fact, we barred him. There are bouncers out there. You won't see him anywhere in sight, I promise you. Now, please excuse my script. I have no memory left. I have children. So just go with me now. Now, this competition, we are actually judging all of our a cappella groups on a scale between 1 to 4. And it's going to be in 10 different categories. And this is when I go ahead and draw your eyes down to the floor, our illustrious judges who are looking up at me expectantly and maybe just a little bit scared. Well, we have some very talented judges. First thing, we have Elisa Ensley, who is coming to us as a leading lady, Broadway, London's West End, lots of experience behind her. And Elisa will be judging a certain, actually I should go ahead and back up. The judges will each be judging certain categories, and there's 10 in all. So I'm going to start with Elisa, and don't worry, I'm going to get to the other two very soon. But we're going to start with Elisa. I'm going to ask her to explain the categories that she'll be looking at and judging all of our a cappella groups by.
Great, thanks so much. I'm so excited to be here and to see everybody. Hello. I won't turn totally around, but hello, greetings. I'm going to be judging, and it's kind of great because what I do in the musical theater, these are sort of my specialty areas. I'm going to be judging the creativity, and if the piece is unique and interesting and challenging, the artistic presentation, which is, you know, if it's been thought through and the music being performed matches what actually the presentation that's going on. And then last but not least, the general effect, the overall performance, and, you know, to make sure that it is of the highest level and that they're doing their thing and they're doing it to the best of their ability. So I'm excited to be here. Thanks and welcome.
Fabulous. Thank you, Elisa. And that brings me to our next judge, and that would be Justin Bouvier, who is a local celebrity, director, performer, last seen on this very stage in Town Hall Theater's production of Forever Plaid. You know, a never-ending list of experience behind him. And Justin, tell me about the categories that you will be judging our groups by.
Thank you, Sarah. It's actually Bouvier, not Bouvier. Bouvier is the local colloquialism. I don't go by that, but my family in Bristol does.
Okay, that's done.
It's all good, don't worry.
I'm really sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to judge highly Guptal.
As in Kennedy?
Yeah, yes. I'm judging tone to see if they've got a rich, open, and full sound. Their vocalization, are the background vocals adding to the performance or are they taking away? Their musicality, do I want the song on my playlist when it's over? And the soloist, is the soloist stylistically appropriate and are they a strong sounding soloist? So those are my categories for tonight.
Awesome, fabulous. And then finally, we have Clint Bierman, also a local celebrity of sorts. That's right. Composer, musician, also founding member of The Grift, one of my husband's all-time favorite bands. As a matter of fact, he made me agree to, I had to sign a contract saying that if ever The Grift goes out on an international tour, that he gets to go as a roadie, and there's nothing I can do about it. So he's your man, Clint. So do tell me about the categories that you'll be looking at.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you. I am going to be judging on intonation. Oh, just slap myself in the face. And I'm going to, intonation is, are the pitches accurate and is the tuning consistent within and across all vocal parts? Secondly, I'll be judging on balance and blend. All harmonic and melodic parts are appropriately equalized and balanced, and vocal lines are unified or blended within and across all parts. And finally, I'll be judging on rhythm and groove. So basically, is it in the pocket?
Ah,
And
alrighty.
if the bass and the vocal percussion, if applicable, is coordinated and together.
Well, fabulous. So it basically looks like we have all of our avenues covered this evening, and we have some that hopefully you'll cheer for. And by the way, you know, unlike other shows where we give you this incredible speech about, well, it's not incredible at all, you've all heard it 40 million times, please turn off your devices, please, there's no texting, make sure your phones are off. No, that's not what we're going to say at all. You can turn them all the way down so we don't have to hear your incredibly artistic ringer going off somewhere during the show, which I'm sure it's a wonderful song, but turn them down. We do invite you to use social media to tell about the show and your and the experience that you're having. Talk about the groups that you're listening to. You can Twitter at United Way. Okay, what's it called when it's underscore? Thank you. Underscore. Am I showing my age or what? Underscore AC or hashtag United in Harmony. And hey, even on Instagram, it's United Way underscore AC. And also, remember, like us on Facebook. Anyway. Oh, but I do have to thank our sponsors, and that would be the Addison Independent, Fire and Ice Restaurant, Town Hall Theater, Lynn Bosworth, and Stan Huber. And really quick, I'm just scanning the paper to see if there's anything else I forgot. Nope, all good. So we are going to start with round one. You will hear all of the groups in round one. And the very first one, oh, and I need to actually make a note really quick because there's red writing on my page. I need to let you guys know now. We have lost a group this evening physically. Anybody seen them? Kidding. No, they called. Green Mountain Chorus, they had unforeseen circumstances and were not able to make the competition this evening. So they are no longer on the list, which leaves us, though, with still 9 fabulous groups, which you'll hear this evening. And the first of which, we'll go ahead and bring them out right now, and that would be Bullseye Quartet.
They used to tell me I was building a dream, and so I followed them up. When there was earth to plow or guns to bear, I was always there, right there on the job. Tell me I was building a dream with peace and glory ahead. Why should I be standing in line, just waiting for breath? I built a railroad, made it run, made it race against time. Once I built a railroad, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Once I built a tower to the sun, brick and rivet and line. Once I built a tower, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Just one dime. Once in khaki suits, gee, we looked fine, full of that Yankee doodly dum. Half a man went up to the line. I was a kid with a drum. Say, don't you remember they called me out? It was out all the time. Say, don't you remember? I'm your pal, buddy, can you spare a dime? Why don't you remember we were pals, buddy? Can you spare a dime? Can you spare a dime?
Bullseye Quartet. Yeah, wonderful, right? I don't envy them at all. Okay, well, we're not going to rest on our laurels. We're going to bring out our next group right now, and that would be Vocal Unrest. And there's a lot of them.
I stand here waiting for you to take the dawn, to crash the critics saying, is it right or is it wrong? If only fame had NIV, baby, could have bear. Being away from you, I found a way, put it in here.
There's no going back.
I knew you were gonna come for me, and here you are. But you better choose carefully, 'cause I'm capable of anything, and everything. Make me your Aphrodite, make me your Emily.
The way that you cheer and scream for me, feel
So you wanna play with magic?
boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dog. Love, I'll turn the lights out. Teach your face and make it touch and make it real loud. Love, I'll turn the lights out. Teach your face and make it touch and make it real loud.
Are you ready?
There's no going back. Da-dum, 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 dum, dum. Da-dum, 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 dum, dum. Cold as the winter wind down in Rio. Just remember that you were talking to me, yo. You need to watch the way you're talking to me, though. I mean, after all the things that we've been through, I mean, after all the things we got into. Hey, yo, I noticed some things that you ain't told me. Hey, yo, I did some things, but that's the old me. And now you wanna get me back and you control me. So you walk around like you don't know me. I got a new friend, well, I got homies, but in the end, it's still so lonely.
In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless.
And I won't quit, and your dad don't like it when I talk my
Be
shit.
so heartless.
I'm all about it,
How could you be so heartless?
I'm not a rapper, just a singer with a game plan. I'll play guitar, no need to worry about my drinking. 80,000 people out in front of the stage, man, waiting for the sun to shine just to rock his rain bands. Please be warned that every song I feature on has the capacity to be reborn. I said that anything can happen when I pick up the pen, and now I'm all about love, so if you say it again.
In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless.
And I won't quit, and your dad don't like it when I talk my
Be
shit.
so heartless.
I'm all about it.
How could you be so heartless?
Could you be so dark and evil? You're bringing out a side of me that I don't know. I decided we weren't gonna speak, so why we up 3 a.m. on
I
phone?
said I used to be the shy type, back up on my back on public transport, so that girl type. Now I'm in the limelight, trying to get my mind right. Got it pockets in the crowd, so often guess it's high time. Now they say the night.
Night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless.
And I won't quit, and your dad don't like it when I talk my
Be
shit.
so heartless.
I'm all about it, baby.
In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so heartless.
And I won't quit, and your dad don't like it when I talk my
Be
shit.
so heartless.
Anything, all about it.
Be so heartless, heartless, heartless.
I tried to count them and I lost count. I don't know how many. Anybody else count them? I don't know how many there were. Nice though. Nice though. I like the young talent. Next up, speaking of young talent, we have. Okay. Killing time. Killing time. You know, whenever anybody says that, the joke I think of is one I can't tell to an auditorium of people. It's the one I tell to my friends at Two Brothers at 11:30 at night when I maybe have had 2 margaritas. Okay. So probably not a great idea at all. But again, you know, just reminding everybody there's many categories that these groups are being judged by, and it's a very difficult process. And as a matter of fact, originally we had planned for our judges to consider all 10 categories when they were doing the judging, to which they very wisely went, "What? I don't think so. I'm not going to do that." No, because it is a lot. There is a lot to consider with these groups. So many different pieces and parts go into an a cappella performance. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, just everything as far as it's no longer just about barbershop and cute guys in straw hats anymore. As you saw, all the different levels, especially with that last performance that we saw. And I could probably keep talking. I could talk a cat off a tuna truck. I could. Are you ready for me yet? I'm going. All right, good. It's the Sweet Beats.
for the apple of my eye. Girl, I've never loved one like you. Man, oh man, you're my best friend. I scream at you, but nothing is. There ain't nothing that I need. Well, hot and heavy, pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ. And nothing pleases more than you. Home, let me come home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Home, let me come home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Do, 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 do. Hey! Do, 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 do. La, 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 take me home. Mama, I'm coming home. Doom, 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 doom. I'll follow you into the park, through the jungle, through the dark. Girl, I've never loved one like you. Where boats and waterfalls, alleyways and paper falls. I've been everywhere with you. That's true. Laugh until we think we'll die. Barefoot on a summer night, never would be sweeter than with you. And in the streets we'll run a free like it's only you and me. Gee, you're something to see. Home, let me come home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Home, let me come home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Do, 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 do. Hey! Do, 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 do. La, 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 take me home. Daddy, I'm coming home. Doom, doom, doom. Alabama, Arkansas. I do love my mind far. Mountain, mountain, waterfall. I'll be using paper balls. Home is whenever I'm with you. Home is whenever I'm with you. Home, let me come home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Home, yes I am home. Home is when I'm alone with home.
As a former young girl singer, I love that. I love that. And of course, I envy the ability of most of them to stay upright in very high shoes. Frankly, if I had those shoes on, you had only to yell timber at me to get the rest of the effect going. I know, I know. Now, as I kill 2 minutes, shooting daggers. What? La, 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 la. One thing, though, that you might have noticed about this particular vocal competition is our judges are not giving a commentary after each performance. They are writing down their comments, which each of the groups will have access to following the performance. So they can see perhaps ways that they excel, ways that they could possibly improve their performances, different nuances that these incredible professionals, that of course, will find and point out to them. However, for our second round, when we whittled down our groups to a few less. Yeah, you know, no script. flying by the seat of my pants here, to a few less. That is when you will hear verbal commentary from our judges talking with those groups, those few who are in the finals. So at that time, and I promise they'll be very nice. Again, no Simons. No Simons. You guys ready? All right. Good to hear it. We've got the Blue Skies Trio.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. I'm a living sunset, lightning in my bones. Push me to the edge, but my will is stone. 'Cause I believe in a better way. Fools will be fools and wise will be wise. I will look this world straight in the eyes. 'Cause I believe in a better way. I believe in a better way. What good is a man who won't take a stand? What good is a sinner with no better plan? I believe in a better way. I believe in a better way. Hope these words feel pleasant as they rest. 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 Upon your ears, upon your ears, upon your ears. Reality is sharp and cuts me like a knife. Everyone I know is in the fight of their life. I believe in a better way. And I believe in a better way. Take your face out of your hands and leer your eyes. You have a right to your dreams and don't be denied. I believe in a better way. I believe in a better way. I believe in a better way. There are stars in the southern sky, southward as you go. There is moonlight and moss in the trees, down the 7 bridges roll. Now I have loved you like a baby, like some lonesome child. And I have loved you entertainingly, and I have loved you wild. Sometimes there is a part of me has to turn from here and go, running like a child from these warm stars, down the 7 bridges road. There are stars in the southern sky, and if ever you decide you should go. There is a taste of time, sweet and honey, down the 7 Bridges Road.
The Blue Skies Trio, aptly named for the wonderful weather that we're having right now. Yes. Go ahead, clap for the weather. You know you wanna. Hello, 2 weeks ago we were shoveling snow.
Sarah, could you have the people turn our light back on?
Excuse me, would you mind turning the lights on for our judges?
Thank you.
All right. Now, just a reminder, what I mentioned before, please share your experiences tonight. Go ahead and share them on Twitter at UnitedWay_AC, hashtag United in Harmony, and of course the Instagram, UnitedWay_AC. Tell everybody what you think. Talk about the groups. How are they doing? What's your opinion? How would you judge them? You know, think about the different categories, you know, things like tone quality, intonation, balance and blend, rhythm and groove. How would you judge them? What would you say? How might you do it better? Let's all look at them, shall we?
We're ignoring you.
Anybody from out of town? Who all's here? Show of hands. All right. Well, up next are...
Spell it out. I'm buying time.
Actually, a group called my favorite TV show of all time, The Honeymooners. But, you know, there's more than 2 people back there. So it's more like the Newlywed Game. Think of it that way. But The Honeymooners.
Wow, 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 wow. Dum 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 dum. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, I love you, darling. Don't come and go with me. Please don't send me for me on the ceiling. I need you, darling. Come and go with me. Dum 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 dum. Come into my heart. I need you, darling. Say what everybody need you, darling. Come and go with me. Wow, 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 wow. Yes, I really need you. Yes, I really need you. Please say you never. Oh, I need you. Oh, say you never. Yes, you really never. You never give me a chance. Come into my heart. I need you, darling. We will never part. I need you, darling. Come and go with me. Wow, 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 wow. Yes, I need you. Yes, I really need you. Please say you never leave me. Oh, say never, yes, you really never. You never give me a chance. Woo! Come to my heart, I need you, darling. Say whatever part, I need you, darling. Come and go with me. Come on, go with me. Come on, go with me. Please go with me. Wow, 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 wow.
You know, in interest of filling time, I've asked them to walk slower, on the stage. No, they're speeding right off. All right, well, the next group coming up, just so that you know, is Route 7. And they just informed me, just in case you like what you're about to hear, they are having auditions coming up next week. And it is a group that you do have to audition to get into. So they wanted to let everybody know that they have business cards with them this evening. And if anybody, if you like what you hear, you're interested in participating, I thought I'd put it out now. You get one of their cards and you can schedule your audition. They are centered out, I think they rehearse in Williston. So, just to give you an idea of where they're from. So just putting that out there and filling time. Because I'm pretty, thank you. Okay, that might be getting old now. Okay, knock, knock. Interrupting cow. Moo. Knock, knock. Interrupting dog. Roof. Knock, knock. Interrupting rabbit. Oh, that one didn't work, did it? Yeah, it kind of goes amok with that one. I tried. All right, well, next up, again, as I promised. Sorry, Lisa's still writing. I'm really sorry. I don't want to rush you, Lisa. But here they come. Route 7.
Falling into the sheets at night, I place my hand flat on my chest. I feel my heart beat back the night I tried counting sheep, and I talk to the shepherd, and I play with my pillow forever, ever. I sit alone and I watch the clock. I breathe in on the tick and out on the talk, and I can hear your bare feet on the kitchen floor, and I don't want to have these dreams no more. I found someone just to hold me tight, hold the insomniac all night. I pull my head down deep so I can't hear the cars outside on the street, and the stars are laughing. They get a kick out of my misery. I've tried everything short of Addison, from the remedy to the whiskey bar. I pray today when my ship comes in, and I can sleep the sleep of the just again. I hear your bare feet on the kitchen floor, and I don't want to have these dreams no more. I found someone just to hold me tight, hold the insomniac all night. Hold the insomniac all night. Just to hold me tight, hold the insomniac all night. Hold the insomniac all night. All night, won't you hold me tight? Won't you hold me? Keep on holding me all night. Won't you hold me tight? Won't you hold me? Keep on holding me all night.
You notice I stalled a little bit there. I let them walk off all the way. It's all about time. Darn it, though, it's like they run off. They've got to walk slowly. It helps me in the end. Now, as a performer all of my life, a singer all of my life, I really feel very fortunate that I have not actually competed vocally since like high school, when you go and you do contests and all of that, and you compete against other kids. But truly, this is so difficult to compete on this kind of arena where you're being judged. I mean, talk about, potential for voice cracking. Hello, feel the pressure, But it reminded me of a very funny story when I was very little, and my mother had started me in piano. She had dreams. Unfortunately, they were dashed very quickly. But I'll never forget, because she said she knew upon my very first recital that, no, I was never going to be a pianist. It was true. But she knew I was going to be a performer, because and to hear her explain it now, it's hysterical. Because every time my mother tells a story, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden there are people who were never in that story before. Anybody else have a mother like that? Show of hands. Anyway. So my mother explains it. The recital, and granted, I'm like 7, 8 years old. The recital was in an old church But this church was in like a storefront. This is in South Florida, so everything's always in a strip mall storefront. Okay, that's just how it is. And this church was in like a strip mall. And so it was already a little kind of, odd as it was. And we're all sitting in this strip mall storefront little thing there. And I'm watching everybody walking up. I'm getting more and more nervous and more nervous. And I've never, ever, ever done anything in front of an audience before in my life. So I sit down at the piano bench, and I'm getting ready to play Swans on the Lake. Okay, all right, yeah. I was hoping other people would recognize that very familiar ditty, which I can still sit down and play, like, numbly at my desk, at school. Anyway, so I start playing Swans on the Lake. Now, did I mention this was kind of a dodgy place that we were doing this recital in? Well, in the middle of Swans on the Lake, up, crawling on my leg, is a cockroach about this big. Actually, it was this big, but to a 7-year-old Sarah, who's never been incredibly tall ever in her life, it was more like this big. And my mother said that I did not miss a note. Now, I do remember the roach crawling up my leg. I really do. But I kind of blacked out. I don't remember anything else from this moment other than the feeling of that thing going up my leg. And she said that I truly did not miss a note. And all I did was shake my leg to make it fall away. And I kept playing. I never missed a note. And she said, granted, yeah, you did okay, I knew, because my mother was a piano bar player. She was a pianist. Perfect pitch, you name it, this woman had it. And, I did not get that particular gene. But she said, you're a performer, kid. Nothing. You're unflappable. So when I'm told I have to fill 2 minutes in between songs, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And up next, we have the Mansfield Four.
Come fly with me, let's fly away, up and away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away, let's get away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band and a toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Off in the blue, once I get you up there where the air is rarefied. We'll just glide, we'll just be starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together weather-wise. It's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, come on, let's fly. Come on, babe, let's touch the sky. Come on, baby, let's fly. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees. younger than the mountains, flowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear a voice in the morning hour, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, country roads.
Very nicely done, the Mansfield Four. Now, our next group coming up, they are called the Rhubabes, and you will see that they have taken their name to all new heights. Well, you'll see what I mean when they come out. But what I thought was really interesting is say that they were actually going for a certain category tonight that they're really focusing on, and they're pretty sure that they're going to win based upon this category, and that is the best use of random potted plants and vegetable pieces in their act. Unfortunately, I had to burst that bubble. Nope, not listed. Nope, no plant listed whatsoever. I'm really sorry, ladies, but it's okay. I don't think they need any extra, things in their hat. What is that saying? Feathers in their cap. Thank you. Or leaves, for that matter. Here they are, the Rhubabes.
Over my head, I hear singing in the air. Over my head, I hear singing in the air. Over my head, I hear singing in the air. There must be a God somewhere. Over my head, I see rhubarb in the air. Over my head, I see rhubarb in the air. Over my head, I see rhubarb in the air. There must be a pie somewhere. what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last, and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last, and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?
The Rhubabes, aptly attired. I wish I could wear pink tights with quite that much flair. Very nice. Okay, now, right now would be when the Green Mountain Chorus normally would come out, but sadly they're not here. So why don't we go ahead and have 2 minutes of silence in thought of the Green Mountain Chorus. You're not buying it, are you? Dang it. Well, okay, there's a beautiful sunset out right now. Let's take 2 minutes and go look. No, that doesn't work either. All right, well, while they're writing, again, just to remind you, again, Twitter at UnitedWay_AC, United in Harmony, hashtag United in Harmony, and of course, Instagram as well, UnitedWay_AC. And remember, like us on Facebook. I practiced that in front of a mirror earlier. I had a moment where I was like, do I remember how to wink? Got it. Okay. And they are ready, and it is our last group. These are the Middlebury Bobolinks, and in case you're wondering, there's nobody left at the college. They're about to all come out on stage. So, you know, if you want to hit the dining hall now, might be a good time. I'm just saying. Middlebury Bobolinks. Wow, that was like 2 minutes of filler just for them to get off stage, right? That was a bad joke, but there was a lot of them. Awesome. All Middlebury College. You got to love it. Okay, so that was number 9. And now the judges are going to take a little bit of time to canoodle a little bit. And sorry, canoodle, knoiter, I don't know. There's a word there I want. Can't think of it now. So I'm going to take intermission to think of it. Okay, so that's what we have at this time. We're going to take about 10 minutes. Go down, enjoy the snacks that they're providing down in the gallery. Take a break. Go take a look at the sunset. It's gorgeous. And we'll be back in just a little while. Thank you, and welcome back. I hope you had a lovely snack and you did take some time out to go look at that sunset because it truly is beautiful. Of course, I only get to look at it through the dressing room window, but spectacular. So now we have whittled down our groups to 5 finalists. And the way that this is going to work, and once again, I want to thank all of our performers tonight because truly, I do think I really do believe that our judges had a really tough job here this evening, but people who had a harder job were those who came out on this stage and really bared it all for you, and truly bared it all, because doing an a cappella, you don't have instruments to fill in. No, if it goes awry, and it goes awry, and pretty much everybody knows it. So, talk about brave. Every single one of them deserve a very large applause for coming out and giving it their all. And so now, without further ado, one of our finalists we will hear from right now. And again, a reminder, when they are done performing, they will share a little bit of time with our judges who will give them some very helpful feedback. And our first group, Phil, is Bullseye Quartet. Bullseye, no. Okay. Psych. They're not ready yet. So Middlebury Bobolinks are coming out. And I'm going to get out of the way.
I've been walking in the same ways as I did, missing all the cracks in the pavement, and strutting my heels and tutting my feet. Is there anything I can do for you, dear? Is there anyone I could call? No, and thank you, please, my time. I ain't lost, just wandering
Round my hometown, memories are fresh. Round my hometown, the people I've met are the wonders of my mood, are the
Middlebury Bobolinks. So now we hear from our judges, and as chivalry is never dead, we will defer first to Elisa, who will give some very positive feedback and such. Sorry.
First of all, you guys have a great sound. Every single one of you is committed to what you're doing. I'm kind of coming at this from my performance background, which is I've done a lot of a cappella music, I've done a lot of choir music, and I really hear the tightness in your voices. Everyone is so committed. I would love it if more of you were featured. I'd love it if 2 of you came out, 3 of you came out, and I would love it if, this is a crazy thing, but I would love it if visually you were more matched, like if you had some kind of a visual costume of some kind. I think you guys are just terrific, every single one of you, really, and you have just, the blend is great. So I would love it if I just got to see more of you, like if I got to see you do something, if I got to see you do something, if I got to see you, it would be really great. That's my feedback.
Thank you.
And thank you, Elisa. Moving on to Justin, who just tried to pass the buck.
I didn't try to pass the buck. I'm the theater major, Sarah, and it's easy for me to think on my feet. What's your name?
Bryce.
Bryce, congratulations, sir. You can sing. Did you lose a group member? I feel like there was a girl in a purple dress.
We switched. We needed another boy.
That's awesome. Okay. Fantastic. So for both songs, incredible. Sometimes the background can overwhelm the soloist, so be careful of that. I get it. I'm a belter as well, and I want to be heard, and you all are so locked into your part. It's great. Just be careful that it's not overwhelming the person that's singing the solo. You were not overwhelmed, and you were not overwhelmed. Good job. What's your name?
Priscilla.
Priscilla, nice job as well. You were fun to watch. I would love some movement. And I know there's 2 types of a cappella. I've sung them both. But it would be great to just have some kind of movement. Thank you.
And then we will hear from Clint.
Who arranged that one?
It's an arrangement from a former alumni. He arranged it 3 or 4 years ago.
Cool. The great arrangement. You guys have complex arrangements with a lot of different rhythmic aspects that create, well, first of all, great beatboxing, vocal percussion on the last one. But even on this one, the arrangement is very rhythmic, so that it gives the sense of a beat without necessarily vocal percussion or light. I really enjoyed. I've seen you guys before, but I think they said the 2 things that I was going to say. But I really enjoyed it, and I like the arrangement, and there's nothing left to say. You guys are great.
Thank you, thank you, and thank you. Wonderful job. So, and now they go back to wait. Middlebury Bobolinks. Oh, I'm straying from my light. I was warned not to do that. Okay, and now we hear from, where's the drum roll when I need it? The Honeymooners.
Walking in these woods, yum, yum, yum. It's Little Red Riding Hood. Bum, bum, hey there, Little Red Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. You're everything that a big bad bull could want. Listen to me. Little Red Riding Hood. I don't think little big girls should go walking in the spooky old woods alone. Ba-da-ba-dum-bow, ba-da-ba.
that drive us mad. So just to see that you don't get chased, I think you ought to walk with me for a ways. What full lips you have, be sure to lure someone back. So if you want to get to Grandma's place, I think you ought to walk with me and be safe.
I'm gonna keep my sheep suit on until I'm sure that you've been shown that I can be trusted walking with you alone. Little Red Riding Hood, I'd like to hold you if I could, but you might think I'm a big bad wolf, so I won't. What a big heart I have, the better that you love you live. A hematoma, 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 hematoma.
Can be good. I'm trying to be satisfied, but just to walk close by your side, and maybe you'll see things my way before we get to Grandma's place.
Hey there, little Red Riding Hood, are you sure I'm looking good? You're everything that a big bad wolf could want. Listen to me. Listen to me.
The Honeymooners. Very nicely done. And so now a different hot seat for Clint. We'll let him go ahead and start us off this time.
I love it. The showmanship is amazing, and it really brings it. I mean, just the motion of like you creeping behind that just like brings us in, and we just want to hang out with you guys on Friday night at your house.
Welcome to our living room.
I can imagine it's just a sing-a-thon all the time. You both married couples.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I would say I feel like you've considered all the different aspects of it. Your pitch is great, the solo is great, and the arrangements are cool. Where do the arrangements come from?
A little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah. I mean, they were great. I mean, I have no criticism whatsoever. It was unbelievable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And then moving on to Elisa. Justin's
Well,
like, I just
first of
can't
all,
get a break.
thank you. Just stellar, you guys. Really, all I kept thinking was Sweeney Todd. Ditto. I mean, truly, the musicality, the storytelling, the movement, you guys were like, show, take it on the road. I really don't have much more to say other than that was wonderful. And it might even be, no, I'm not even going to say that. It was great. It was fabulous. It was good.
And finally, Justin.
So I'm all about stealing what works, and so brilliant arrangements, thank you for bringing them to us. I love the change in the lyrics. I think you're just brilliant at what you do. 4 of you sound like 8, which is another very impressive thing. Again, I'm just going to echo the showmanship. A Cappella is about not only the singing and hitting all the notes, but it's about what you bring to the stage, and you engage your audience. You're a kid's dream in a classroom. You should all be teachers. I don't know if any of you are. Thank you. They are lucky kids because you are so engaging. From the moment you walk on stage and the pitch pipe's blown, I'm in your palm. Congratulations. Thank you.
The Honeymooners. And now we're on to number 3, and that would be the Bullseye Quartet. And this time I'm not kidding. They're really coming. Oh, sorry.
When your world is turning the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile. And maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile. What's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you'll just smile. You must keep on trying. Smile. What's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile. A smile is still worthwhile. Darn smile.
Bullseye Quartet. Hitting the bullseye. I had to say it. I had to say it. All right, so we are going to go ahead and start with our comments with Justin. We'll let him take the lead this time.
You're so predictable. Incredible. Barbershop is the mother, or in your case, the father of a cappella. So this is the opposite side of the beatboxing and everything else. Can you just talk for me? I want to hear your real voice.
Sure.
That's amazing. Hi, I talk up here, but I sing way down here. And you, wow, I'm in envy. I'm a tenor myself, and I'm jealous. Incredible. I love the arrangement. I want this on my playlist. It's one of the things I said. I want this. How often do you practice?
Not often enough.
Stop.
I'm afraid.
Once a week, usually. Yeah.
It sounds like way more than that. I mean, it's incredible. It truly is beautiful. Your blend is amazing. Thank you for featuring people. I really appreciate it. Love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then we'll go ahead and we'll head over to Clint next.
Incredible. What I was blown away is just the syllables are all very together. I mean, it seems like you guys practice all the time, and you've sung that song a lot of times. It's just every breath and everything has been worked on, and it just shows. I mean, it was incredible. Great show, too. I mean, coming out before, I thought it was going to be like a Mumford and Sons things, like what are they going to do next in the same costumes? But when you came out like that, it just blew me away. It was great, unbelievable. So,
Thank you.
And finally, Elisa.
Well, for lack of repeating myself, ditto. But your blend and your transitions were seamless. I felt them before I heard them. It was that kind of a thing. It was like you guys, your breath was together. It was almost like you were quadruplets. I mean, it was just really. Well, you all kind of look similar.
I was the run.
But just to also go back to your first piece that we saw, fabulous. The commitment, the dramatic commitment. I mean, I was there with you. It was almost like, during the Depression. I mean, I really felt that we were there with you. You guys, your storytelling is great. Your musicality is great. Your harmonies are great. Just great.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Bullseye Quartet. I kind of like this announcing people thing. It's like this constant applause coming at me. Of course, it's all about them, but inside my head, you never know. All right, and that would lead us to number 4. Not necessarily in that order, but coming up, the Rubabes.
Comes to us from Japan. The words mean the following. Fireflies. Don't fly over there where the water is nasty. Come here where the water is sweet. Ho, 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 tarokoi, hachinamizu wa negaizo, kochinamizu wa agaizo. Ho, 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 tarokoi, ho, 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 tarokoi, hachinamizu wa negaizo, kochinamizu wa amaizo. Ho, 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 tarokoi, ho, 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 tarokoi, tarokoi, hachinamizu wa negaizo, kochinamizu wa amaizo. Ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi, ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi, hachinamizu wa negaizo, kochinamizu wa amaizo. Ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi, ho, 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 tarokoi, tarokoi, hachinamizu wa negaizo, kochinamizu wa amaizo. Ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi, ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi, hachinamizu wa negaizo, kochinamizu wa amaizo. Ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi, ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi, hachinamizu wa negaizo, kochinamizu wa amaizo. Ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi, ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi, hachinamizu wa negaizo, kochinamizu wa amaizo. Ho, ho, tarokoi, tarokoi.
Don't you go anywhere. The Rubabes. And so let's go ahead and hear from our judges. Let's go ahead. Elisa, we'll go ahead and I keep saying ahead. You notice that? We will go to Elisa next.
You guys have a great sensibility about you. You have a great sense of humor about you. Like, there's this wonderful thing that comes through. There's sort of it's a great sense. You have an amazing connection vocally, and I love the voices. The material is lovely. It feels a little more church-like, the first one you did. And all I kept thinking of seeing you all of and this is just constructive criticism because it's so great. You're fabulous. I would love to see you guys in your garb with your sense of humor doing something modern that we would not expect from you at all. I think you guys could rock the house with it. I really, really do. Beautiful voices, beautiful togetherness. It was great, really enjoyable.
Justin.
Gridley, you have to listen to all of
move.
us. So I love the shtick. I love it. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, thank you. Are you the baritone? Who's the baritone? Margie, are you the bass? No, I'm the bass. Who's the baritone? Okay, so we just need more lower voices sometimes. Sometimes it got overwhelmed by the melody and the top tenor. Thank you for taking us on a journey and using different music than just popular music. I really appreciate that. Again, this is Barbershop. This is the start of where a cappella came from. I really appreciate that. It's enjoyable, it's fun, and thank you.
And Clint.
I think your blend is great, and it just shows how often you guys get together.
Legally.
We've been together 3 weeks.
So where did these songs come from? Did somebody...
A couple of us have sung together for a little bit longer.
Yes.
Okay.
One came from
3 weeks.
We want some eclectic music. We want what you would expect.
I really like the shtick too. It immediately, I don't know, I wasn't expecting to laugh. I don't know, but it was amazing. I love who made the hats? It's amazing.
I found them online. I'm looking for
Some people in China, I think.
You guys are great. Thank you very much. Great voices and great blend. Keep singing. Keep singing.
The Rubabes! And that means we have one more to make 5, and that would be Route 7.
Yellow diamonds in the light. Now we're standing side by side.
As your shadow crosses mine, what it takes to come alive. 'Cause it's the way I feel it, I just can't deny. But I've got to let it go. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love.
Shine on the light for you and shine on the light for you and shine on
Shine
the
a
light for
light
you
to
and
an
shine on the
open
light for you, the
door.
lover,
Love
the
and
lover,
life I
the
will
lover, the
divide.
lover.
Turn away, 'cause I need you more.
Feel the heartbeat in my mind, I feel the heartbeat in my mind, I feel the heartbeat in my mind, I feel da 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 da.
'Cause it's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Route 7. And we will take this opportunity to hear from our judges. Clint, why don't you start us off?
Great job. I really like the dynamics. It's like you guys have obviously worked on that as a big part of it. And the other thing I noticed really poignantly was the way you use female voices and male voices. It really works. It just sometimes, you know, I don't know, it just creates this middle range sometime. Everybody's singing low and then it comes in high. And then it fills out, but it's really nice to have that air in it, I think. What else did I write? Tight syllables, really. Singing that really quiet, slow stuff is so hard to get 8 people to sing together, and you guys did great. And finally, I like the vocal percussion coming in like late in the tune and then hammering it, and then I like that's really nice. So really, really good job. Thank you.
Elisa, what did you think?
I just thought it was wonderful. You guys do. You have a really tight blend, and it's almost the sense of water on a stream. It starts and then pulls back, and there was that sense of movement, and that you were all moving together. You were all singing together, and that gives us something not only on an ear level but also a heart level. So I just thought it was lovely and great voices, and I also loved all the percussion later in it. Yeah, well done.
And Justin.
Who does the arranging? That's what I thought. So, Joe, no, I do know most of these people. So, Joe, incredible as always. I find your arrangements so interesting, and I want to listen to them. I love your sense of ensemble. You have matching clothing on, you bow as one, you're a group, and that's really exciting for me. I love the dynamics. Again, I know Clint said it, but it's so cool how you use them and use them to your abilities, and that's fantastic. I love your voice. I absolutely love your voice. I do. I really love it. Again, I would love to see solo shifted around just so I can experience other people's, because I feel so much in this group and I want to hear it. Like, I don't know who you are at all, but I feel your energy when you're up there, and I'm like, I want to know who this girl is. I want to know all about her, and I want to hang out with you guys on Friday nights too. So thank you for coming down. I know some of you are traveling far. I really appreciate that. Congratulations.
Route 7. Yep. All right, now the judges do have their work cut out for them, and they're going to need to take a couple minutes or so to go ahead and put together their final scores so that we can announce our winner. So in the meantime, I'd like to invite up to the stage right now United Way of Addison County's Executive Director, Kate McGowan.
Thank you. It's nice to have applause directed in my way. It's kind of a nice thing. So I thought I had one, now I'm blinded. I thought I had one job tonight, which was to talk a little bit about United Way, but it turns out I have a couple of jobs. One is to relieve Sarah of killing the dead time. So I'm happy to have a little space to help you out there. The other thing that occurs to me is that I have a thank you to say. There's a lot of thank yous going on. Go take a break. You heard thank yous earlier, and there's going to be thank yous later, but the one person who isn't queued up to get thanked is Nancy Luke. And she put a lot of effort into putting tonight's event together. I don't know about you, but I'm having an awful lot of fun. I hope you are too, and I'd love to give her a round of thanks. All right. So one of the jobs that I knew I had was to say thank you to each and every one of you, because you're here tonight sharing your time and energy and supporting United Way. So thank you very much. And now to my real task, which is to tell you a little bit about United Way. So now I can't see you because the lights are up, but I'm going to squint and ask you two questions. Before I mentioned United Way of Addison County, how many of you had actually heard of United Way before I mentioned it? Oh yeah, that's a good way to do it. All right. That's good to know. How many of you could confidently say, I know what United Way does in the community? Maybe a few less. All right, that's good to hear too, though, that a few of you do. So here's what we know across the country and in this community and in this room. What we know is when we canvass people and ask them about United Way, they recognize us. They trust us. They know we're doing work in the communities. They know our brand. But when we dig down a little deeper and we ask the really important question, what is it that United Way does? There's a typical response that goes something like this. Gee, I don't know. Good stuff? And that's from people who actually support us financially for years and years and years. So we've decided that we really should get the word out about all that good stuff. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try to give our judges lots of time. I have 5 tidbits I'm going to share with you on a countdown basis, and then a little story. All right? So tidbit number 5, we're in our 5th decade of doing work in Addison County as a nonprofit, locally governed and locally managed. It is good. And believe it or not, I haven't been there for all 5 decades. Tidbit number 4, we have 4 programs by which we deliver on our mission. One of them is grant making. The largest grant process that we have is all volunteer driven. We have volunteer teams who read the grants, go out and do site visits, evaluate the grants and programs, and make funding recommendations to our board. This year we funded 32 programs. The work is comprised of programs that affect birth to hospice and all the stuff that happens in our lives in between those 2 bookends. It's really exciting work to see all of those programs, and if you have any interest in joining us, we'd love to have you. Let's see, so we're on programs. The second program that we have is the Volunteer Center. We co-manage that with RSVP. I hope you had a chance to talk to our RSVP folks downstairs or grab a beautiful brochure that they had tonight. If you're not currently volunteering in the community, we would love to plug you in. Give us a call. It's so rewarding to get out there, whether you have an hour a day, an hour a week, an hour a month, or an hour a year. We have a spot for you, and you would be very important in that spot we could place you in. Program number 3 is technical assistance, and this is where we assist our nonprofit friends in the community learn how to do things a little better, how to run their programs and their organizations, learn a few new skills, learn how to do it better so that we can really all benefit from strong organizations in our community. And the 4th program that we have is something we call community initiatives. And this is where we sort of bundle our very specific partnerships with different organizations or our own programs. Some examples of those would be our Everybody Wins partnership. Anybody here an Everybody Wins mentor? I am. Oh, maybe we'll get some of you into that. It's an early grade reading program. They were really immersed in Mary Hogan, and we really wanted to help expand. In the last 3 years, we've expanded into 4 schools in Addison County. It's really a wonderful program to help really promote a love of reading with our kids. And some examples of some of our own initiatives, we've been really focusing on financial stability. So we have My Free Taxes, we have a workplace-based financial literacy program called EKG, or Earn It, Keep It, Grow It, and our most recent one is Working Bridges, and I would invite you to go to our website to learn more. So 4 programs. Number 3 is that we have 3 impact areas, and these are what we consider the building blocks for a strong, successful, self-sufficient, satisfying life. All of our work has to be based on one or all of these impact areas, and they are health, education, and financial stability. Tidbit number 2 is that we live by a 2-word mantra. We invite you to do the same. The 2-word mantra that you might recognize as Live United. And finally, tidbit number 1, the most important word of all, is you. We can only do the work in the community from your support, financial, time, expertise, and voice. So we thank you for that. The flip side of that coin about you is that we also do the work for you. Many years ago, we estimated that 1 in 3 Addison County residents were affected directly by the programs that we fund or the programs we deliver in the community. I suspect that those numbers have risen in recent years. So as you leave tonight and you go out and talk in the community about this fabulous event you were at on Thursday night, I hope that when you're talking to your friends or coworkers, your neighbors who weren't here, 1, you'll invite them to come to next year's event, and 2, you'll fill in some of that good stuff that United Way is doing in Addison County. So now let's flip to a story. You still need a little time? Okay, cool. I'm going to kill a little more time. So a story. Have you ever been presented an idea that you were so skeptical of that you just couldn't bear to think about it? Well, maybe it wasn't that bad. Well, this happened to me recently when my team came to me and said, we have a great idea for a fundraising event this spring. You got it. It was an a cappella competition. And in my head, I say that a lot in the office, in my head, I couldn't really see the connection between United Way's mission and message and an a cappella competition. Fortunately, it was one of those moments I was smart enough to keep my mouth shut, because it turns out I do see some connections. As this event has unfurled, I've just got some things to say about it. It's so wonderful to see these groups come together. They're built of diverse people, diverse voice, diverse backgrounds, ages, gender, you name it. They show all over the gamut of what a person is, and they pull together and they identify a goal, a common goal. And then they set aside a little ego. My understanding is that some of them had to set aside a lot of ego. And they work really hard. And what they've managed to do is create harmony and beauty and synergy and energy They've entertained us for a couple hours now. They've tugged at our heartstrings. They've made us reminisce. They've made us laugh. You might have gotten a little teary-eyed on occasion. I know I did. Pretty powerful. Bigger than anything that they could have done individually. Well, you see, United Way, when we ask you all to live united, we do much the same thing. We ask the community to come together in all of its diversity. Every single one of you, with your different backgrounds, your different interests, your different education levels, all of it. And we ask you to come together and identify ways that this community can be made stronger, better, that we can float all boats a little higher, that we can create opportunity for all. We ask you to give a little of yourself, to give financially, to give of your time, to share your expertise, to maybe set aside a little fear, to give voice to issues that really matter. Because we know that when we do this together, we can create something much bigger than we can do individually. We can create something bigger and better than what one program can deliver or one organization can deliver. So with that, I'm glad I kept my mouth shut about this event, because I can't think of a better metaphor for living united than tonight's event. So thanks for being part of it. I encourage you to learn more about the United Way on our website or asking people who are here from that organization. And let's get on with the show. Where's Sarah? Thank you. I am not skilled enough to do the rest of the show. Here's your microphone.
Gee, and all I had to do was walk out for that applause. Woo, it's getting better all the time. All right, well, okay. I can't see them. Can I have lights on our judges, please? No pressure. Are we ready? Can I ask you to bring it to me? Please don't make me come down there. Gotcha. Thank you. Sorry, I needed a map. All right, well, here they all are. Wow. Very talented group of people. But there can only be one winner. I'm sorry. I was never one to soften the boom. So, our second place winner is the Honeymooners. You know.
Duke-a-virl, 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 nothing can stop Duke-a-virl, Duke-a-virl, you are my girl and no one but you. Oh no, yes and and as I hold you, you are my Duchess. Duke-a-virl, Duke-a-virl, through my Duke-a-virl, Duke-a-virl eyes, Duke-a-virl hair, yes, I
Am I on? I'm on now. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, I'm sweating. Okay. First place prize, $500. Here it comes. Oh, the power I wield. Bullseye Quartet!
These electronic things take just a second.
There's an app for that.
A boy and a girl fell in love long ago, but their love soon lost its way. He wooed her and wooed her, in vain he pursued her, and every night the neighbors hear him say, Lilette, Lilette, my little violet, won't you please come back, oh please come back to me, come back to me. I can't forget that lucky night we met, and the way our lips met, oh so tenderly, oh so tenderly. Your eyes are like the bluest skies in spring to me. Your kiss must be an angel kiss, 'cause heaven is what it brings to me. Lilette, Lilette, I'm gonna get you yet. Won't you please come back, oh please come back to me. Now don't you go stalling when I come a-calling at your front door, Lilette, my little I'm gonna get you yet, Lilette.
Congratulations! Congratulations! Way to go, Bullseye Quartet! Awesome. Now, of course, oh wait, where am I? Okay, bear with me. Okay, so at this point, yes, I'm just making sure. At this point, Nancy Luke, who is the Director of Marketing and Development with the United Way of Addison County, is going to come on up and share just a little bit more with us.
Well, I'm just going to use some thank yous while we bring the rest of the groups on up.
There we go.
She'll go get them. She'll go get them. Thank you all so much. Can we have another round of applause for all of these people? that it? We got everybody? I want to just take a moment, obviously, to thank all our performers because they just were amazing. The Honeymooners came all the way from New Hampshire, so thank you for that. So I have a quick list of people that I want to thank. I do want to thank Town Hall Theater, and in particular, Doug Anderson, Haley Rice, Josh Coate, Jess Kroll on lights, Bettina Mathias, all from Town Hall Theater. You've been wonderful to work with, and we are blessed to have been able to use this venue for our event. I really also want to thank all of you. You have surpassed my wildest imagination for what we would have for an audience for this evening, and I just thank you so much for your support. Thank you. It takes quite a few people to put an event like this together, obviously. We have back there somewhere in the corner, I can't see anything, but I know Kurt Broderson and a couple of interns are there from MCTV doing video. So thank you so much for doing that for us. Somewhere we have a photographer out there, Linda Devereaux. I want to thank her for being here. And Kat Hatterlin. I don't know if Kat Hatterlin is here in the audience, and I bet some of you know Kat because she goes to Middlebury College. And this event came from an idea from her. We were sitting in a meeting talking about what we were going to do for an event this year. And last year we had done an event with Snake Mountain, and it was really great. And we were talking about music and who we might have for music. And Kat said, well, what about an a cappella group? There's a whole bunch of a cappella groups at the college. I bet we could do something with that. And it just kind of snowballed from there. We thought, oh, well, maybe 2 a cappella groups or 3, or maybe we could have a competition. And then all of a sudden, boom, here we are at Town Hall Theater with all of you. It's amazing. I want to make sure that you shop our sponsors. Look them up. They're in the program, and I want to make sure that you let them know when you shop in their businesses that they're important to us, and they make events like this possible. So shop our sponsors. All right, we have a couple of prizes. Kate, would you be my Vanna? Yep. We'll start with those.
All right. I'm winging it.
You're winging it.
You wouldn't know anything about that, right? All right.
Here, you got to take this too. A little wet. A little wet, sorry. All right. So, would our second place winners step forward, please? The Honeymooners.
Second prize.
Second prize. The Honeymooners.
I have
Okay.
to write the check right now.
Make that check out to the Honeymooners.
Yes. This is how it's done.
This is how it's done. Yeah. Sorry we don't have the big check. The big giant check. Yeah.
And then we put it, maybe if y'all help us out, we could do an extra 0.
Yeah, there we go.
Get us down to New Hampshire.
All right.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, there
Thank
we
you
go.
very much.
Thank you.
That's okay. You can stay up here. And our first place winner, the Bullseye Quartet. Would you step down here, please?
And who do we make it out to? All right. Y'all agree? Charlie's Cerruti? All right.
Charlie.
Who he is, it just sounded like
Some guy Charlie's getting the check. I don't know. I don't know.
Cerruti.
CERUPPR.
All righty.
Italian. It's Italian.
down Charlie. Everybody knows Charlie.
All right, my dear. You're not Charlie, but I'll give you the check.
Thank you. And I think we would all agree that our judges are due a really large round of applause. Elisa Ensley, Clint Bierman, and Justin Mouvier. Thank you. You guys were awesome. Really awesome. I can hear you. And yes, they are volunteers. They did not get paid. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And last, but of course not least, our amazing, amazing, amazing Sarah Stone, our MC. Thank you so much. This is for you. Those are for you. You have to come up and do a photo op all the way in the middle. She really, really pulled it together tonight, and we really appreciate her. And now we are going to
Hand me back the microphone.
Yes.
There we
Back
go.
the microphone. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Nancy. Nancy Luke. Okay, so of course we cannot end the evening without a bang. And, you know, an event that happened exactly a week ago today kind of sets the flavor for how we want to take us out this evening. Benny King passed away last week, April 30th, and you know, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member, leader of the Drifters, a solo career spanned 5 decades. So I think it's very appropriate that we end this evening with his song, Stand By Me. So bring up the house lights, please. Yes, so, and you all have words to the song. I believe it's in their program. Am I correct? So sing along. It doesn't even have to be on key. They're no longer judging.
You guys should sing it. Just